We have William Mary senior forward, Quinn McDowell on the right, freshman guard, Marcus Thornton on the left. Fire away.
Do you guys feel like you got some decent looks there? I mean, some of the shots you did hit looked like they weren't shots you might normally make.
Yeah, we definitely missed a lot of shots tonight. We got a lot of good looks, especially in the second half. Just didn't knock them down tonight.
How important was the sequence at the end of the first half when I guess you guys were within, like, you know, able to make it like a 2 or 3 possession game, and then you go to the locker room down, you know, they finish out on that run?
That's huge. They did a great job of knocking down shots tonight, and a lot of that's due to our inability to play hard every night on defense. For some reason, we can't get everybody to play hard and well all the time. They're a good team, obviously. They're talented and they have good players, but we haven't done our job on defense all year, playing with consistency. I don't know why we can't, but that's a big reason why teams always seem to make shots on us.
Was that the reason that Coach Shaver called that first timeout early? It seemed like it was like a minute and a half in or something like that. I mean, was that his message early?
It's been his message all year. Somehow we can't get it through our heads that it needs to happen to be successful.
They're traditionally a zone team. Did their man surprise you guys at all tonight? It seemed like they were coming in and out of zone man in the first half.
It wasn't surprising me. We knew they would go to it eventually. Good basketball team, you know, they're going to run different defenses, so we prepare for it.
What can you guys do over the last couple of weeks to, you know, because Coach talks about maybe being able to make some noise at the tournament in March and everything. How you guys pull it together over the last couple of weeks of the regular season?
It's like Quinn said, you know, we know what we need to do as far as playing hard throughout the whole game and being consistent. It's just a matter of, you know, as a team cracking down and actually doing it and getting to that point to be successful.
Was tonight one of those nights, Quinn, where, I mean, you get down and you get a little discouraged offensively, and just, does that get in your head about, you know, playing, running offense and making shots, you know, once you're down so far?
Yeah, I mean, every basketball is such a game of momentum that when you're making shots, people on your team are making shots, it seems like the basket gets a little bit bigger. But just as with them making shots on the offensive end, you know, on offense tonight for us, we didn't hit some open shots, but their 2-3 zone's really good. 3-2, excuse me. And they make it difficult to get clean looks at the basket. And we did a horrible job of playing inside out in the first half. I thought we did a better job in the second half, but that didn't seem to help at all as far as making shots. So.
Any other questions for these guys? Thanks, guys.
We have William Mary head coach Tony Shaver. Start with an opening statement from Coach Shaver, and then open it up to questions.
You know, they're just better than we are. I mean, I don't know what else to say. I really felt like we would play better. I really felt like we would show improvement than from 10 days ago, and we really didn't. I think we did a much better job on the boards. We did hold our own on the boards. Just the little things in the game get away from us. I mean, we missed 2 layups in the first 2 minutes of the ball. I mean, layups in the first 2 minutes of the game, and I think it unravels our team a little bit when that happens. We ran the first play exactly like we wanted, and it was Matt missed a wide open layup, and we've got to make those plays. And I'm not saying that one play was the key to the game, but we work hard on the execution, and we don't just quite complete the play. But you know, their defense is good. I mean, I'll give them credit for our shooting percentage, I think.
What about players were talking about that you were less than thrilled with kind of the defensive intensity and attention to detail. Can you address that?
Well, Dave, I can't tell you how much in the last few days, season, but particularly the last few days, we've worked on our 5-on-5 defense, and in particular defensive transition. And I know they scored on their first 7 possessions of the game. 2 of them were transition layups. So disappointed in that, absolutely. It's something we've been focusing on, and we just didn't really carry out our assignments there early in the ball game.
Look at the importance of the close of the first half there. You were within, I think, about 6-7, and then they ripped off a run.
Well, it was a huge turnaround, 29-22. We're playing much better basketball. Quinn McDowell's on the free throw line, misses the 1-and-1. Could have been a 5-point game, and they ran 12 straight points off us. And it's really a similar type thing happened at their place. We talked about that as a team, that we got to eliminate those spurts. We got to be more consistent in our play throughout the game. And what felt like a great, it was a great feeling for our team, the way we were playing right there. And thought it'd be a 5-point game. Instead, we're down, I don't know, whatever it was at halftime. 19 and a half. 12 straight points by then.
Coach John Mark Ludwig, I believe, made his debut, if I'm not mistaken. Can you talk about his health and his overall progress in terms of coming back, maybe what percentage he's at physically, and what role you see him?
Well, I'd say he's at about 10%. I mean, he hasn't played in 3 months. He practiced for about 30 minutes Monday, and I was really, frankly, very surprised that he was cleared to practice Monday. The trainer surprised me with that, and probably practiced 40 minutes on Tuesday. And as you could see, it's uplifting to see him on the floor. I mean, I'm so happy for him as a senior that he's going to get back in uniform anyway. But it took about 30 minutes for him to be huffing and puffing, because he really couldn't do any cardio during that time. It's his foot problem, so it's not an arm where you can go run and stay in shape. I mean, he's just not basketball shape.
Tim's foul trouble first half. Couldn't really work inside and out. I guess he's your inside guy.
Yeah, we need Timmy on the floor now. What did he play, 13 minutes or something tonight, I think. 16 minutes, actually, and we need him on the floor. I mean, he's a productive player for us, and I don't know. One time he told him he got a foul because he chested the shooter. I mean, that's my fault, because we teach him to chest the shooter, as you do with your body. But he plays hard, but he gets some foul trouble too quickly.
What's the message to the kids in the coming days and over the next couple of weeks?
Well, we'll keep working. I can promise you that. I mean, we'll keep working and keep striving to get better. I don't have any doubts about that.
Anything else?
I guess the extra preparation time didn't help us today.
All right.
I'm given to overstatements, but I thought it was spectacular performance on our part in light of some different things. Road rival, obviously, wariness there, but situation in league race, situation with opponent coming this weekend, that our guys were very, very focused, got really good leadership and preparation coming into the game. I think we established ourselves early. I think a lot of different kids were ready to play. I think that's indicated by the 28% shooting, and that also includes some of the kind of messy moments the last 4 or 5 minutes. So I really guarded them. But I thought Kent Bazemore was a very, very dominant player tonight and set the tone for us psychologically, and also set the tone for us in sharing the basketball. He had, his shooting percentage and number of points doesn't even begin to tell the story of how good a game he had on the offensive end. 9 assists. I mean, he probably contributed to 40 or 50 points tonight, one way, shape, or form. The pass that led to the pass, settling down the team, getting something called, getting shooters moving, getting post touches. So, he was a very dominant player in all aspects. This is more like the Kent Bazemore that I've become accustomed to, you know, dealing with and not having holes in his game, because he didn't have any holes in his game today.
The end of the first half, they're on the line maybe to cut it to 5, and you guys, well, Dimitri hits a 3 and it's off to the races. Talk about that.
Our theme right there was, you know, that's what we do. We got a little bit 3 happy, you know, and then we got a little bit anxious to try to take the ball from them. As a result, they were getting some easy looks in. They were getting to the free throw line during that stretch, and we weren't taking as good as shots. What we did during that stretch was more discipline on defense, made life tougher on them. No second shots. We got down the floor, and that ball was moving around like it was in the popcorn machine. And it just led to very good shots in rhythm, and it just all of a sudden became infectious. And so we have a nice, I think, 12-0 run, somebody mentioned to me. And that was just a combination. This team, 6 weeks ago, did not have the ability to sustain or run like that. We would shoot ourselves in the foot. We didn't even have another team out there to stop us from having a 12-0 run. We could do it ourselves. And so that was, you know, good question. That was, I think, a really important spurt in the game. And it's interesting to parallel it there. They made 7 3-pointers in the first half at our place, and we were ahead 12 at half. Now we make 7 3-pointers in the first half. They close it to 5, and we end up making a 12-point run to end the half, and all of a sudden widen things out and get ourselves in a strong position. I thought we had good performance across the board, but I do think Bays established, you know, early that we were going to share the ball and be smart. And then also I thought Nick had a real solid game, and I think he fed off of smart offense. Sometimes, you know, he can be the fly in the ointment, or he can be, you know, a butterfly that helps things look like a good little garden.
Kent, given that you guys had beaten them pretty good just a couple of weeks ago, and then as Coach was mentioning, you know, you got a big rivalry game this week, you know, coming up on Saturday, you know, it would have been easy to maybe kind of look past this game. What kinds of things did you do to try and keep everybody focused and attentive, you know, heading into tonight?
I think we're definitely now a team on a mission. You know, 6 games left. You know, when we want to, well, the mission we want to accomplish is 6 games left. So we're taking it game by game. You know, no one game is bigger than the next. You know, this game 2 weeks from now is not bigger than the one tonight. You know, so we just taking, you know, collective effort from all the players. You know, to a man. You know, to get ready for this game. You know, this 40 minutes, you know, or 40 more. You know, plus. So I just think the guys are real focused. You know, and this is the type of team we can be when we all on our A game.
I think you guys made your first 8 or 9 shots or 8 or 9 positions. What was the key to the quick start, you think, Nick?
Well, lately we've been starting off well, but then, as Coach said, we shoot ourselves in the foot, as it happened tonight, and we let the referees get to us. I just feel like now that as more as the season going on, we're starting to click a little bit more and growth. Like Coach said, from start to finish, we should keep getting better, no matter what part of the year it is.
The key to those kind of stretches, obviously, is some pretty solid defense, but if you take care of the ball, you get a shot. And if you move the ball around smartly, you get a good shot. And so, you know, we have had stretches where we've done that, you know, better, longer. And yeah, you get good shots, maybe you get a second shot, whatever. But obviously, offensively, we've grown a lot. Defensively, we've been pretty solid for some time, and we are getting better. But offensively is where we've had strides and stretches. Every team has inconsistencies. Every team has droughts. Every team has a stretch where, you know, you're looking at a call that could make a difference, or something that the opponent did, or where you fell short. It always happens. It's a game of mistakes. You know, we are never going to be perfect. But we're getting to where we're sustaining good stretches longer, and then staying solid in areas like defense, boarding the ball, team chemistry, understanding of our purpose out there.
How important was it for you guys not to let it get sloppy there at all? It looked like, looking ahead to VCU a little bit, you want to play a clean game, even when you're up 25, 27. It looked like that was a concern of yours, maybe.
Well, you got to be careful that, like for me, that I don't go into the locker room and take the last 3 minutes with me. You know, I almost need to kind of close my eyes. The last 3 minutes got very, very sloppy. It could have been a sloppy game, and it wasn't a sloppy game on our side of the ledger until about the last 3 or 4 minutes. The ball handling and the shot selection and the defense and just everything. But I wasn't going to call it timeout. The margin was too big. I have too much respect for Tony and for Wingman Mary, so we kind of worked through it and said, hey, let's have some class and let's get our down the trail.
Did Dimitri's lift tonight, those shots he hit, is it ideally what he could do for you guys coming in and just giving you a little spark, a little punch?
Yeah, definitely. One thing, the biggest thing I think has improved our shooting over the season is our passing. Guys are starting to snap the ball, to the open shooters. We normally used to stand, a guy was open, hesitate to pass it to him, but now guy comes open, he's hit, he's up and away with it. Now I got confidence in all my teammates, to shoot the outside shot. Nick, a lot of people sleep on his outside shot, but that's a shot I would love to see him shoot like the one he made tonight. I mean, they're gonna sag off you that far, why not? What's a missed shot amongst friends, like Coach said.
We're really good friends.